So initializing a class. Now we're getting into a little bit of nitty-gritty stuff here. But every class should have what's called an initialization method. The initialization method does several things for you, but one of the things that makes it powerful is that it allows you to set properties at the time you create the object. So the CLCar class has initialization methods. Notice, pay attention, there are 2 underscores before and after. Now we've seen these variables before, right? When we went through the modules exercise and we looked at the contents of a module, we saw those special variables. Now this is a special method, a reserved word that gets called when the class is created. So it will automatically call this when the class is created. Again, it uses self, and then it can take optional properties. The properties are the not the arguments are not required. Okay, you can make them default or optional. You can leave them out entirely. We don't have to have those. But if you do have those, what it allows you to do is set properties of that class at the time that it's created. So you can provide the values when it's created. In this case, right, I've got self.intWheels and self.strMake. And when I instantiate that object, or when I create an object based on the class, right, I'm giving it the number of wheels and the make of that car. So that now, at the time of creation, it has those things. No. I show up every day, don't I? Oh, sorry to the Ford drivers. I should probably, I make it to college. All right, so I'm going to keep expanding my CL Fruit class. I'm going to make it so much better right now. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, so when I created this class previously, it was kind of inefficient because every time I create it, it starts out generic 10 at a price of $1. And then if I want to change those things, I have to go back and change all of those properties after the fact. How much better would it be if when I create that class, I give it those values at that time, right? Much better. So what I want to do is create the initialization class. And I'm going to give it str name, int quantity, and FL price. Okay, I'm going to abbreviate those because I'm only going to use them for about a fraction of a second. And so when I create that class, rather than having these here just static, I am going to name them on the fly. Okay, but because they are inside of a function now, remember before that they lived outside the function, so I could just declare them like this. Now they're inside a function. Variable scope means that I have to say self dot the property so that those live outside the function. Because if they don't, if FL price is here like this, it only lives inside that function. If I try and access it from self root or anywhere else, it won't exist. So if I want it to live outside the function, I do that. And then the last thing I want to do is, instead of having these predetermined names, I'm going to use these values that I give it when I declare that. Okay? So now look at this. It's yelling at me right here because now I cannot create these objects without giving it those values. So when I create this object, and I don't need any of that anymore, forget that business. So when I create them, I can say something like apples, 10 and 50 cents. And I can say pears, 15 and 25 cents. Oops, that's all in my string. Let's fix that. 25, not $25, 25 cents. There we go. So now I've got my fruit. And the rest of this works just fine. Okay. So now I've made my stuff even more efficient because now I'm just declaring those things on the fly. When I create that fruit, when I create the instance of that fruit, it's going to have those values embedded. And every fruit has the ability to sell fruit because it's part of the blueprint, right?